Boudica Prime is in-game, but she's a little bit nerfed since her initial kit reveal, and I can't find Thutmose anywhere in these freaking gold keys. So stick around in this video for all of the things that we've found so far in this patch, and some of those things might actually surprise you. But before I begin, allow me to tell you about a group that I'm forming and the sponsor of today's video. I want you to join me for a group restart in puzzles and survival. We're all going to start in the same server and play, and this is a city building war game much like you're used to, where you go and you train troops, you do research, you build up your headquarters instead of a castle, which is what you're used to, and I mean you battle other players and fight zombies for your own survival, which I have wanted to get into a zombie game for quite some time. Now, Puzzles and Survival is free to play, and if you download using the link in the description, that'll let the folks know that sponsored this video that you found the game through me. That will prompt you to download the game through the Amazon Appstore, where if you do spend in-game, you can use Amazon coins or buy Amazon coins to get a discount on the stuff that you would get in-game. So, for example, if you spend $82 on Amazon coins, you get the equivalent of $100 worth of currency to spend in-game. You can get the stuff that you might have spent on at a discount. So using my link in the description below will again take you to the place where you can download the game through the Amazon App Store, lets the developers know you found the game through me, and also takes you to the page where you can buy Amazon coins if you want to. I've also got a Discord link down below in the description where you can join up with the Smash Squad Restart group. And that way you can stay in touch with all the latest and greatest news, and you can see exactly when we're going to all start together. The last time we did one of these big group starts, we had a couple hundred people that were all interested, so hopefully you'll join us. And if you wanted to see what the puzzle part of the game looks like, you take the heroes that you collect. They have different powers that work in this campaign puzzle mode, and this is a match 3 style puzzle game where essentially when you match up 3 of the same color, then you do an attack on the zombies right in front of you, and you can combo out, and there's counters, and there's special abilities, and we'll see all of that together by following the link in the description. Join the Restart group, download from the Amazon App Store, and if you do spend in the game, consider using those Amazon coins, which you can get at a discount to use on your in-app purchases. Thank you again to the Amazon App Store for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you in the Puzzles and Survival Discord. Boudica Prime, Henry, Thutmose, and Imhotep are now all visible in-game, and one of the things you might have noticed if you were looking into the details is that Boudica Prime is already a little bit nerfed. Now, okay, how nerfed is she? Third skill, go get a peek. This originally was doing a 35% skill damage taken reduction. Now it's doing a 25% skill damage taken reduction. In the grand scheme of things, and don't confuse this as a defense of making it like okay to change the kit after the reveal, but in the grand scheme of things, 10% is not all that much of a difference. Now, in my perfect world, I'd rather they make this change after we've already unlocked the commander, because then they've got to refund us some gold heads. You know, they've done that in the past with Chandragupta. So I would prefer they actually figure this out later on and give us some gold heads and compensation and reset the commander and all that stuff. If you haven't ever seen when that happened, I mean, it benefits the players technically to get a few gold heads, but her kit has changed. She wasn't actually released since the kit has been changed. And so here we are with a slightly less powerful Boudica. Is she still God tier? Yes. Is she still a slam dunk invest? Yes. And the first opportunity you will have if you are in the Season of Conquest, that is KVK Season 4 and beyond, is in the next Wheel of Fortune, because there is Henry in the lineup with the other cavalry commanders, even though he's an archer commander, and Boudica will assuredly be in the Wheel of Fortune. Now, with that said, we know where you can get these 2 legendary commanders, but where the heck was Thutmose in the gold keys this morning? I looked and I was like, bro, he ain't there. No Thutmose. I wanted to open 5,000 gold keys in this video today. Instead, I'm going to open 9,999 silver keys to maybe tide you over and hopefully unlock Imhotep, who is actually available right away in the gold keys. Now, I've made a sort of overview of these 2 commanders already in a different video where I actually had to translate the, I think it was Vietnamese to English, and their kits, I haven't looked closely to see if they're about the same, but they look like they are about the same from the translation, with, of course, the exception of the don't stay and cough talent trees, which were some pretty funny translations here. The question becomes, how will we be able to get Thutmose? Now, if we go look at the silver and gold keys really quickly, there's actually a couple things that I want to point out to you beyond just what changed in the gold keys here. But if we get a look, we can scroll down. No Thutmose for full commander unlocks. No Thutmose for sculptures, but Imhotep is here for full unlocks in gold keys and also individual sculptures. If I look in the silver chest, he is also here. So I probably can get a full unlock of him and expertise him on at least one of my accounts with 9,999 silver keys open, right? But how important is he in the grand scheme of things? I'll have to get a sense of how the rest of his kit works. Once I've unlocked him, maxed him out, I'll make a video dedicated about him. While we're here talking about the Egyptian commanders, let's talk about the Egyptian civilization, which gives the benefits I talked about in a previous video. 5% archer attack, 5% rallied army damage, and 1.5% building and research speed. This is an archer rally civilization, full stop. That's what you use it for. You want to rally calves? Use Arabia. You want to rally infantry? Maybe Arabia or Egypt, but probably just Vikings in the grand scheme of things. Probably just Vikings. Rallied army damage is really, really, really sick. It's like crazy good for rallying, which is why this is an amazing civilization for archer rally leads. Now, for open fielding, you do get an archer special unit. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. If you know how to pronounce that, definitely let me know down below in the comments, but I will show you that this gives you 11 base stat points, and actually at T5s it gives you 11 base stat points, and those base stat points are in health. Now, in the grand scheme of things, whether or not you have this special unit or the Ottoman special unit for archers, like, you're probably not going to notice that much of a difference. But if you are field fighting, I think this is where having special units is, I think, more beneficial. You will probably not really notice in a rally or garrison if a player here or a player there is putting a special unit into your garrison. And in the grand scheme of things, you know, kingdoms could probably just average out and equal out the you know, sort of quantity of special units they have of a certain type. I'm oversimplifying, but all that to say, because the main feature of this civilization is the rallied army damage, this is a civilization you would switch to only if you are really a archer rally lead. But what we need to talk about is actually on the screen. I can show it to you over here. The Trial of Karuak. The timing for Trial of Karuak has changed. And you may think, well, that's not that big a deal, is it? Well, actually, it's a huge freaking deal. The reason this is such a big deal is because the Trial of Karuak gives crystals. And what it looks like the developers have done is actually pushed the timeline back for when you can get access to Karuak. So, for example, previously, I had access to Karuak level 3 before the King's Land fight. Okay, I think I even had access to this either during or before the fight for Zone 6 as well. I don't exactly remember what it was, but it was definitely before King's Land. And now, this happens when Pass 8 is unsealed in Heroic Anthem. Let me just show you the Pass 8 really quickly so there's no mistaking exactly what we're looking at. Pass 8 is here. So it's after King's Land is opened, man. So this obviously is not a change that favors players who are looking for crystals, which is basically almost everyone leading up to King's Land, unless there's some other changes about what those Karuak events actually reward. So maybe they give more crystals sooner, but they didn't mention any change like that. So if we get a look in the mail, they have subsequently pointed out that, hey, there is a little bit of an error here. In the interest of maintaining balance, we've adjusted the times that different difficulty levels become available for the Trial of Karuak in the different stories of the Season of Conquest. Because you entered Lost Kingdom before the version update, the unlock times for this event will not be changed. However, there is a display issue for the times shown in the Lost Kingdom Chronicles. This issue will be fixed the next time you enter Lost Kingdom. So I actually can't tell you whether or not they have definitely pushed back the times or if they're just erroneously displayed, if that makes sense. So I don't know. I don't know if the times I can now show you here represent the new times or if these are actually just kind of bugged. But I can tell you that because I'm already in a KVK where I had access to this before, I still have access to this now, even though technically it doesn't unlock for another couple days. Wow. Jumping to a topic you maybe were more excited about, and unfortunately is not here, is if you make your way in a Heroic Anthem Season of Conquest KVK Kingdom to the daily special offer. There was a little bit of a rumor floating around that you might end up getting access to every commander just about in the Season of Conquest. That does not seem to be the case. Maybe that's a thing in a future patch, but as far as I know, it's just a rumor until I see something that confirms this is actually happening. Perhaps even more interesting to you, however, is the fact that you can see your equipment when you march out of your city. And I initially couldn't fathom how they would create a clean UI for this, but okay, credit where credit is due. This is nice. This is extremely nice. It's actually pretty clean in the grand scheme of things, and I can see if I have an equipment gap. Like right now, this is my Canyon lineup, so I don't have an equipment gap, but if I were fighting in the open field with Nevsky and I was like, wait a minute, I'm missing 2 accessories, like that's really good information. So I actually really like that they put the equipment in the upper left, and if I tap the equipment here, I can actually see what's here, and I can go right in to go change that equipment, and when I smash back, it takes me back to where I was. All of that, I actually think is pretty solid, okay? So I really like this update. Hopefully gone are the days where a rally lead or garrison captain goes to leave their city and doesn't have their equipment on, but now that I've said that out loud, I'll probably commit that error in a live stream with a 3 to 5 minute delay and have chat yelling at me to try to save me from my own incompetence. But hey, happens to the best of us, am I right? City themes are now visible, and I have to say, the GoldenEye city theme looks sick, man. One of the sickest, coolest looking city themes. I'm so hyped that this came out with the Egyptian civilization and focuses on archers, which is exactly why I'm surprised that this city theme gives cavalry defense and you lose archer health. The archer focused civilization is out. Enjoy this city theme that looks exactly like the civilization, but okay, well, the bonus is what it is. And again, the Supreme Warrior, look, dude, I love this animation that like swirling around, crown on top. I think it's pretty cool. Not as cool as the World of Warcraft themed. This is so cool. This city theme is just, I think the most badass looking city theme. Welcome to Stormwind, baby. But there is, of course, more. If we make our way over to the cosmetics, we can get a sneak peek at the things that are in store for us. So we scroll all the way down. I know which way is down. I mean, the cat hat is pretty cool. The cat pharaoh hat is actually amazing. From the Words of Eternity event in the 2022 Egypt event series. I think that's the one where Gilgamesh is jealous of the new archers. And then Riddle of the Desert, Zenith of Power event, which is on its way very soon. I would expect the Zenith of Power, by the way, to probably be in about a week and a half to 2 weeks from now. That will be my guess for when it arrives. And the Meow Moneymaker. I honestly think these look really cool. Wait, that was here before. Divine Inheritance. No. Okay. Lucerne Scrolls. This had to have been here before, right? These probably were here. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. And don't you get ahead of yourself by opening your gold keys. You should be saving all your gold keys because we still don't even know what the museum buff is going to be for Thutmose. So my brain is just all over the place this morning. So now I'm circling back to Thutmose, okay? You can't unlock them yet. You're going to have to wait for the 7-day event series. And I think, if I remember this correctly, they did this with Mulan too, where they had an event series, you got to unlock her, and then some amount of time later, they put her in the gold keys. I don't see any reason right now to use universals on Thutmose. Maybe if you were in the early game, like KVK Season 1, and you're a super whale, okay? Super whale, like a big whale. Then, okay, maybe you go for that. But otherwise, we don't even know if they have a museum buff, what the museum buff might be, and hopefully that's something that's revealed to us in a week or so. But if there's no museum buff on Thutmose, then that's a straight no-go as a commander, I think, that you would want to invest in, because he is a pre-Season of Conquest commander, as far as we can tell. That means he's available in the game right away, to the best of my knowledge, right? And the problem is that, like, he needs a kit upgrade to hang in the Season of Conquest, and he might be very good. He might be amazing, right? He might be like Mehmed. He could be very strong, but we just don't know until we know what that actual museum buff is and if he even gets one. And the reason I think he is in part strong is because he has instant proc capability of making the target take additional skill damage. That is actually super solid. The normal attack boost here is, I mean, actually is like he's going to be difficult to hit, and all the calves are going to be hunting him if they see him on the field. As promised, 9,999 silver keys. What will I get? I mean, take a guess what you think I'm going to get before I open this up and probably crash the game. Joking aside, let's go. Oh, okay. Woo, we got there. We got there. What do we get? 171 hours of speed ups. Wow. 3,312 5-minute speed ups. Oh, 175 hours of building speed ups. Okay. 337 30-minute building speed ups. Okay. And 2,088 15-minute building speed ups. Man, I really have been, totally tanking my account by not opening these sooner. Imhotep 31. So I get the unlock here of this epic commander. Guide to follow. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to make sure you don't miss when I launch the guide on Imhotep. There's probably a few other things that we might have uncovered during this patch, and I'm forgetting because I woke up super early to make this video. And if you've enjoyed the video, do me a huge favor, throw a like on here, and let's go unlock this epic commander in all his glory. He actually is a truly glorious, historic figure. Okay, there he is in the middle. I don't know why they put him there. I'm sorted by rarity. There he is. He was hiding right next to Esong, so in plain sight. Here we go. Summon Imhotep. Let's friggin' go. New legendary commander in the roster on my farm account. Joking aside, I'm going to have to do some testing for exactly how good this is. Inflicts a debuff on 5 targets within a radius for 3 seconds, increasing their damage taken by 20%. And the expertise skill, let's read this one because this was a little confusing in the translation. Inflicts a debuff on up to 5 targets within a radius for 3 seconds, increasing the damage taken by 30%. When Imhotep is secondary commander, the target also gains 50 less rage per second for 3 seconds. I don't know if this is just the one target or if this is multiple targets, so I'm going to have to run a test to find out. That will have to happen later because I've got a fight happening in like an hour or two from now. We got to edit this video, get it out there to you. If you enjoyed this, throw a like on here and subscribe to the channel. And I would encourage you to join the group that I'm starting to play puzzles and survival. I've made it my mission to try out a ton of these city building war games to see what I like and dislike about all the different ones that are out there. So play with me and let's have some fun. No obligation to keep playing, but it should be an amazing weekend of binge. And it is my intention for this group to establish a foothold and dominate the server in the long term. So we'll see how that works out. And until next time, you have fun, smashing your enemies, and I'll see you in the streams today.